Welcome everybody to TSE number 11 here on the NoDQ.com YouTube channel. I am, of course, the Pennsylvania sensation Greg Cherry, out here being protected from all the rain that is happening. It is ridiculous here in northwest Pennsylvania that it's been raining like 5 times a week for the last month and a half. That notwithstanding, we got your wrestling questions. This is going to be the Mauro Ranallo episode of TSE. This first question isn't about Mauro, though, so I wanted to address it first. From KM Mitchell 24 on Twitter, Kyle Mitchell. His question was, do I think the SmackDown Women's Money in the Bank match will get the time it deserves when the rematch happens this coming Tuesday on SmackDown Live? I think it will. I think it'll get about 20 minutes. I don't know about a half hour to an hour long Money in the Bank match. I mean, the men don't do hour-long Money in the Bank matches either, because, let's face it, if you did matches for an hour in a ladder match, you might get a little tired of it. But I guess it depends on who's in it. I think 20 minutes in the main event of SmackDown Live will suit these women just fine. As far as the finish goes, with James Ellsworth not being there, I still see Carmella picking up the victory. I don't think the briefcase should have been taken away from her at all. It's my personal opinion. I think she earned the briefcase. It was a cheap way to do it, but heels cheat. Heels cheat. I mean, that's the way things are. Heels cheat. They get the heat. They got all the crap on them, so to take it away from them, unless it's going to start some storyline with Carmella being mad at Daniel Bryan for taking something away from her that she won, perhaps it'll lead to something between Daniel Bryan and James Ellsworth. I don't know. But I think it'll get the time it deserves. I think 20 minutes tops will suit that match just fine. And now I want to talk about Virtue, who sent in the question about Mauro Ranallo. David Payne did as well. He also sent me a Mauro Ranallo relay question, but I'll kind of lump them together. Virtue asked me why I enjoy Mauro Ranallo. These are his words, that Mauro Ranallo's voice is too campy, and he prefers Jim Ross. Now, I mean, a lot of people will say that they always enjoy Jim Ross on commentary, but JR is not even a part of my favorite commentating team in history. Here's the thing about Mauro Ranallo. Mamma mia, tope suicida! I had to get that out. Mauro Ranallo, I enjoy listening to his voice on commentary. It's something different than the typical WWE produced, like Tom Phillips. Nothing against Tom Phillips. I actually quite enjoy Tom Phillips. My wife, Jen, says thinks that he sounds like Michael Cole. And to some extent I can see that, but also Michael Cole is also WWE produced. You see what I mean? Now, what I think is that because Michael Cole and Tom Phillips sound more alike, that you need somebody different. You need somebody like a JR who's going to be doing the women's tournament with Nigel McGuinness. You also need somebody like Mauro Ranallo, who is now going to NXT. Tom Phillips can go to SmackDown Live and he can stay there. Like, he doesn't need to do SmackDown Live and NXT. If Corey Graves can't do NXT and Raw, Tom Phillips shouldn't be doing NXT and SmackDown. It's my opinion. Mauro Ranallo and Nigel McGuinness will make a heck of a team. Yes, Percy Watson is there, but he doesn't say anything. Drives me insane. But Mauro Ranallo's voice will lend more to the NXT experience. NXT TakeOver shows are more about the professional wrestling than necessarily telling storylines. They are about the action, which is perfect. Mauro Ranallo and Daniel Bryan were a perfect fit for the Cruiserweight Classic. If you haven't checked out any of the matches and listened to the commentary, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. And Mauro Ranallo is going to fit NXT very well. And let's face it, who isn't ready for Mamma Mia, Tope Suicida? That's the extent of my Ranallo impression, so I hope I did it justice. And Virtue, I don't know what your hang-up is, that you say he's too campy, or what the case may be. And I enjoy Mauro Ranallo. He's different than everybody else. His voice, is it over the top? Maybe a little bit, but you know what? That's enjoyable. It's not like he's saying completely stupid, off-the-wall crap. He makes some interesting anecdotes, that's for sure. It's more electric than Thomas Edison's basement. Stole that one from Chris Ross. the Reaction Room. But, I mean, how can you not like Mauro Ranallo? He's such an enjoyable personality. He's very well liked. Maybe not by JBL. But you see my point. I mean, Mauro Ranallo is somebody that he brings something different to the commentary experience. And that helps. That helps when you watch the show. I think he's going to do fantastic in NXT. And you know what? He brokered a heck of a deal. If the contract details are right on NoDQ.com, that he's allowed to call NXT, he's allowed to still do Bellator, and he's still allowed to call the McGregor-Mayweather fight. I mean, he really... Wow. I mean, I'm jealous of that deal. I would take that deal 10 days out of 10 in a week and a half period. It doesn't make any sense. But, I mean, you can't turn down a deal like that. That's fantastic. Mauro Ranallo he made himself bank. You can't argue against that. Capitalism at its finest. Well done. But Ranallo and NXT, alongside somebody who knows as much in the ring as Nigel McGuinness, somebody who's as well-traveled as Nigel McGuinness, they are going to make an incredible commentary team. Still hoping for the day where Ranallo and Graves will be on the same team. I mean, they were for 205 Live. And maybe Ranallo will return for 205 Live, or maybe it'll just be Tom Phillips and Corey Graves. I don't know. We don't... It's probably just going to be NXT for right now, and if anything else comes along, then maybe he'll call some bigger pay-per-views. I don't know what's going on. That notwithstanding, Mauro Ranallo deserves his spot. Virtue, I mean, this is going to be a point where we disagree. You don't like Mauro Ranallo? I do. That's probably why I blocked you. But... Ranallo being back in WWE is a very good thing. It's not only a good thing for Ranallo, it's definitely a good thing for WWE, because they got a lot of bad press about Ranallo not being with WWE for those months. JBL got some bad press, WWE got some bad press, but now that Ranallo is, I mean, strike while the iron's hot. You know what I mean? Strike while the iron's hot. Ranallo is one of the hottest commentary tickets in the sports world right now, so why would you not want to get him a part of that? Triple H, very well done for getting Mauro Ranallo back. My hat's off to you. Not really, because I'm having a bad hair day. And David Payne asked me whether or not the Ranallo deal might lead to some friction between Triple H and Vince McMahon. You know, it's taking an authority line. It's best for business. Mauro Ranallo being back in WWE is what's best for business. And that's my personal opinion. I know it's not in depth, but I pretty much covered all that with Virtue's question. So, looking forward to Ranallo being part of NXT. I'm really looking forward to the next NXT TakeOver and the ridiculously insane pop he'll get in Brooklyn. And we'll see what happens. I think this is a very good thing for WWE. It's a very good thing for Ranallo. And we'll see what happens. So, Mauro Ranallo, if you get a chance to watch this, welcome back. I'll tag you on Twitter. That's it for me, and as far as Twitter goes, you can follow me on Twitter at PA Sensation, and Instagram, the same thing. Check out all my other episodes of TSE, check out the reviews, check out everything on NoDQ.com, check out everything on the YouTube channel. We all make good stuff. We all have different opinions. I mean, you don't want the same person talking about the same thing all the time. You want difference of opinions. That's what we're here for. We don't want to, if we were just feeding you the same crap, then that would be one thing. But we're not. We all have different opinions. We all think differently. So check it out. Check all that out. And I'll see you guys next week for TSE number... I don't have enough fingers, or I can't make it 2. So XII. We'll do Roman numerals. XII. That's stupid. Alright, we will see you next week for episode number 12 of TSE. And until next time, keep it sensational. And keep it here on NoDQ.